Guys, welcome to my next episode of Python basic course. In this episode we are going to learn about variables, expression and data types, or how to define variable names, and then we'll see some expressions, that is how to add multiplication, those kind of expressions, and then we'll see some different types of data types in this episode. Okay, what is variable? So variable is a labeled place in the system memory. So that means if you want to store a data, you define some name. So through that name, you will access the data. So that means I've given some example: x equal to 7 and then y equal to 10. So that means you saved 7 in memory in the variable name of x. So the x equal to 7. So you assigned 7 in the variable name x. So later you can retrieve using the value, using the variable name x. Can retrieve the value stored in the variable using the variable name. So here x equal to 7. So you can retrieve the value 7 using the variable name x. And also later you can change the content of variable using the variable name. Say for example x equal to 7, here you can change x to some other value also. So that is possible using variable name. So we have some rules for defining variable names. So we cannot use reserved words for variable names, and a variable name should start with a letter or underscore. It should not start with numbers or any symbols. So the only allowed symbol is underscore. The variable name can start with underscore or a letter. So it can consist of letters, numbers, underscore, but it should begin with a letter or underscore symbol. So, and also the variable name is case sensitive. As you can see, price price is okay, price 50, this is also okay because it starts with the letter. And then underscore speed, this is starts with underscore, so that is also okay for our variable name. So here in this not okay section you can see 50, that is variable name starts with the number, so this is not allowed. And also this hash sign, this starts with a symbol other than underscore. So if it is starts with the underscore, so that is fine. If it starts with other symbols, it's not allowed. And also dot also not allowed in variable name. So and then these three price are different because python python is case sensitive. So if you define variable name, if the variable name starts with capital letter, with the same word starts with small letter, so says here you can see a price. In this first price it starts with capital letter, so another, so everything is small letter. So these two variables treated as a different variable name. Okay, and these are some reserved words. You should not use these words as a variable name: false, class, written, is, finally, for, left, because these are the reserved words. It will be used by python language. Okay, okay, let's see some let's define some variable name, and we'll try to store some data in it, and then we'll access it. Okay, I'll show how. Go to sublime text. Okay, go to file, create one new file, and then save as variables.py. So already there, just replace it. Okay, so I'm going to save some data in some variable name. I'm going to access it using the defined variable name. So here I'm going to use x equal to 7. So I've saved this value 7 in this variable name x. That's it. So you can run. So that means our code is working fine. So in our system memory, this value 7 is stored in the this labeled name x. So if you print x and then run, it will give the value stored in this X. Okay, so print is used to display any string, and also it will be used to display the variables, sorry, to display the value stored in the variables. Okay, so I've given print of X. Okay, and so this X will give whatever the value the X is having, so it will be printed. So if I change this 7 to 5, so go to tool and then build again, so it will give 5. Okay, so whatever the value stored in the variable name X, so it will be displayed by this print function. Okay, so this is how you define a variable, and so in that variable you can store some value and then you can display using print function. So we should not use reserved words, so I'm going to use one reserved word here, so that is far. So I'm going to print far. Actually this will throw error because we are using a reserved word which is actually reserved by Python for some other purpose. We should not use for a variable names. Okay, I'm going to run. So it is showing some error. It is showing error, invalid syntax. Okay, because we are using a reserved word. Here we are getting error because we use reserved word in line 1, so it is showing some error in line 1. So there is syntax error, invalid syntax, because we used for, so that is our reserved word in Python. So I'm going to change the for little bit. So if I use FORR, it won't show any error because this is not reserved word in Python. So let's see, I'm going to run again. It is showing 5. So you should not use a reserved words for a variable name, it will show some error to you. Okay, and also if you use any symbol in front of variable or any number, it will show error again. The only symbol allowed for variable name is underscore. So if it is begin with underscore FORR, so no problem, it will give same 5 as output. Okay, if you give 6 also it will give. If begins with number, again it will show some error as syntax error because we should not use yes number in front of variable name. Again it's showing invalid syntax. Let's try a symbol in front of variable name other than underscore. I'm going to use and again go to tool, build. Again it shows error because we should not use a symbol other than underscore. So these are some rules for defining variable names. And number can come after a variable name, so it should not begin with number but can end with number. Say for example FORR 25. So I'm going to change FORR 25. This is no problem, it will give output. So these are some rules for defining Python variables. Okay, look at these lines. So in the first line a equal to 2, and then the second statement a equal to a plus 2, and then print of a. So what I've actually done here is I've saved number 2 in the variable name a, and then again I'm adding this 2 to the variable name a. So in this variable name already we have the value 2, so that means 2 plus 2, 4 will be stored in the variable name a. So first in this statement, first we should always evaluate the right hand side of the equal symbol. So that means a equal to, so whatever the right hand side of the equal symbol is, first we should evaluate those things first, and then whatever the value after the evaluation is coming, it should stored in the variable name a. Okay, so here a equal to a plus 2. In this a, so in this a, what will come here, value 2 is stored in a, so this value comes here. So 2 plus 2, 4 will come. So if you use print function, it will give the value 4. So let's see, a equal to 2, a equal to a plus 2, then print a. Okay, go to tool and then build. Yes, the answer is 4, a equal to a plus 2. So the previous value of a2 is stored, 2 comes here, and then 2 plus 2 4, value 4 is stored in again the variable name a. So if you use small a here, it won't print anything, because we anywhere in this code we never used this variable name small a. So if you change here a, if you change a here, now it will run. Okay, because we defined variable name in the first line of our code. Okay, a equal to 2, so it will give output, no problem. If we give capital A here, so that means in small a the value 2 is stored, and then in capital A we have given some expression. So after evaluating that expression, the value is stored in capital A. So in small a we have value 2, so that 2 will come here. Okay, then 2 plus 2, then capital, in the variable name capital A, 4 will be stored. So I'm going to print a comma, so capital A. So in this print function it will print two values, the value in small a and the value in capital A. Yes, so we'll get 2 comma 4. Let's run our code. Yes, so we got 2 and 4. So this is how variable names works. So we should not use reserved word, and then we should always begin with a letter or underscore. It should not begin with number or a symbol other than underscore. And the variable names are case sensitive. Okay, keep that in mind. Numeric expression. So this is our next topic. In this topic we are going to see some functions of operators. So these are some operators and the respective operations: plus for addition, minus symbol for subtraction, asterisk symbol for multiplication, slash for division, and then double asterisk symbol for power operation. And then to get the remainder, you can use percentage symbol, that is modulo division. Then we have some rules while evaluating the expressions, like how we'll evaluate the expression in our mathematics. The same rule will followed by Python also. So the same board mass rule. The first priority is given to parenthesis. So this parenthesis, that is bracket symbol, braces bracket symbol, and then next priority goes to power symbol. Okay, and the next priority is for multiplication, division, then last priority is for addition and subtraction. So here we have x equal to 1 plus 2, and then double asterisk symbol 3, and then slash, and then 4 asterisk 5. So that means 1 addition symbol and then 2, and then this 2 asterisk symbol is for doing power operation. That means 2 power 3 here, and then divided by 4, and then multiplied by 5. So if you print x, it will give 11.0. okay, so here that double asterisk symbol is evaluated first, because we are having power in the second place. So here we don't have parentheses, so after that we have a power symbol. So the first priority goes to power symbol, and then second priority goes for multiplication and then division. So first we should evaluate 2 power 3. 2 power 3 is 8. 2 power 3 is 8. Okay, first we'll evaluate this one. 2 power 3 is 8, and then should be divided by 4. So 8 by 4 is 2. So now 2 star 5, that is 2 multiplied by 5, it gives 10, then 10 plus 1 is 11. So that is the order of evaluation. We will do the same in Python. So open the Sublime Text. So there we have x equal to 1 plus 2 double star 3 and divided by 4 and then multiplied by 5. If we give print of x, it should give 11. Okay, yes, it gives 11.0. Okay, here the 2 star 3 2 double star 3 is evaluated first, so it gives 8. So 8, and then after that this division symbol is given second priority, so 8 by 4 is 2, and then next priority goes for this multiplication symbol. 2 star 5 is 10, and then 10 plus 1 11. So that is the order of evaluation. It follow the same rule, that is BODMAS rule. Okay, so we'll see some data types and then type conversion. Okay, we have basic 3 data types in Python: integer, float, and then string. String you already know, word or sentence. It's a combination of alphanumeric characters. So numbers also comes in string, symbols, and then any alphabet. So anything can come in string. Okay, then float, it is decimal. It contains decimal values like 2.5 or minus 2.5, 3.5, like that. Okay, then integer is a whole number. Negative numbers also will come, 0 also will come, positive numbers will come. So it's a negative, minus 1, minus 2, and then 0 will come, minus 1, minus 3, and then plus 1, and then 2. Anything can come without decimal value. Okay, so that is integer. If you want to know the data type of variable, you can use type function here. Okay, we have some built-in functions. Oh, we have a lot of built-in functions in Python, so it will be very useful. You can do some big task in a minute, okay, by using this built-in functions. So here we have seen type function. So this is one of the built-in function in Python. It's used to know the data type of a variable. Okay, I'll show. X equal to 1. If you want to know the data type of x, you can use type function. Okay, type of x. So it should give what? Yes, exactly, integer it should give. Okay, int. If it is 1.5, it gives float. You can see here. Okay, say for example you have type some string like this. It gives str, so that means string. So whatever the value, so the variable, the data type of variable, it depends upon the value you are going to store in that variable. Okay, in C actually you define int variable, you define character variable, you define float variable. So here, so whatever the value you are going to store in that variable, so that variable becomes that data type. If you are storing string here, then it will take data type string. So the x falls under string data type. So if you store 1, it comes integer data type. Okay, so like that. So the variable data type, it's wholly depends on the value you are storing in the variable name. Okay, and then one more thing I want to, so now the x equal to 1, if you add any float value to it, the whole value comes to 3.5. Then the value is float. Okay, then the data type of x variable is float here. Okay, yes, this you should understand. Say for example, I'll clearly tell x equal to 1, y equal to 2.5. Okay, and then z equal to x plus y. So what I am doing here is actually I'm adding x plus y. So that means the value of x 1 and then the value of y 2.5. Okay, so that means 1 plus 2.5 you give 3.5, right? So we will see each and every data type of variable using type function. So here I have used type of x comma type of y comma type of z. So that means it will give the data type of x, y and z. We'll see the first data type, that means the data type of x is int and then data type of y is float and the data type of z is float. Okay, so this is how you see if you want to see the data type of defined variable. And also I will show how to do addition, subtraction, multiplication also. So addition is easy, you can use plus symbol. Okay, 2 plus 2, sorry, 2 plus 2 and then print of x. So this is addition. If you want to do any subtraction, you can use 4 minus 2 here. So subtraction also, it is very easy, you can use symbol, that's it. Then give will, it will give 8. Okay, then go for division, give will. Now it is giving a 2.0. So remember, a division operation is always returns a float value in Python. Okay, so if it is star, it just give 8 only. Okay, it will give integer value only. If you are using slash 2, that means 4 divided by 2, it always returns a float value. Okay, keep that in remember, keep that in mind. And in Python you can convert from one data type to another data type using some built-in functions. So here we have built-in function int and then float braces and then strf. Okay, using this built-in function you can convert from one data type to another data type. Okay, I'll show how. I'll show now. Open Sublime. Now we know a Python division returns float value. If you want to convert that float value to integer value, you can use int of. Okay, now you will get 2 only, not 2.0. See, for more clarification I'll print x and then int of x. The first value shows a float value and then second value shows integer value, because I've converted this float value to integer value. Okay, see, the first value gives 2.0, that is corresponds to this x, and then this value is this int of x. Okay, and also you can convert to string also. So if I convert like this, see, so the whatever the value stored in this variable x, that is 2.0, that is converted into string by using this built-in function. If you use str of any variable name, so that value present inside the variable name converted to a string. Okay, I'll give some more examples so that you can understand clearly. Okay, I am storing, so here I have x equal to 4 by 2, so the Python integer division always returns a float value, you know that, explained a little bit earlier only. So that value is converted to string and then I'm storing into y variable. Okay, now check the type of each variable name. Okay, type of x comma type of y. Now print. So the first data type is float. We got this value from this x. Okay, type of x, and then type of y returns string, but the value is same 2.0 only, but the data type is converted here. Okay, if you printed y here, it will give same value, but its data type is converted into string. See, 2.0 float, here 2.0 is string, because we converted this data type to string here. Okay, so this is and then one more thing I want to say, if you are converting, also you can convert string to integer. If that particular string contains only number, you can convert that string to integer. Say for example, I'm having 1 2 3 here. You can convert this string to integer. Sorry, you can print y comma and then type of y. Here we are printing the value of y, here we are checking the data type of y. Okay, so first I have a string in variable name x, and then again I'm converting that to integer, and then I'm storing it in y. Now I'm going to see what value is stored in y and what data type is. Okay, go to tool and then click build. So now the value stored in y is 1 2 3 and its data type is int. If in this x value given 1 2 3, if suppose if the string value does not contain any numbers, this operation throws error. So that means if that string does not contain any integer value, you should not convert the data type to integer here. Say for example, I'm having gfd here, I'm trying to convert to integer. Let's see what happened. It throws error because invalid literal for int. So this is the error we are getting, because in this x variable the value is actually the string, it does not contain any number, so we cannot able to convert to integer. So that's why Python showing it is throwing some error to you. Okay, the next Next topic is getting the input from the user. Okay, you can use input function to get the value from the user side. If I, for example, enter the value of a, enter your name, for those kind of activities you can use input function to get the value from the user, and then you can store it in some variable names. Okay, here I've used input function inside who are you string. So it will ask, you can use what is your name also inside input function. It will prompt for it will prompt user to feed something to code. Okay, so here I've used who are you, so you can enter your name. So say for example, it will prompt you for who are you, and you are entering your name, and then it will store inside the variable name. Okay, and then you can print that user entered value using the variable name. Okay, so I'm going to do this in Python console, because Sublime Text does not support this user input function. So for this I'm going to open my command prompt and then type Python here. Okay, name equal to input who are you, or what is your, sorry, enter your name. Okay, so and as soon as you press enter, it will prompt you to enter your name. You can enter your name here, so I'm going to enter Yuvraj Singh here. Okay, that's it. If you want to see the value stored inside the variable name, you can use print of name. It will display the value stored inside the variable name. See, Yuvraj Singh. That's it. And then to do comment in Python program, you can use hash symbol. If for example x equal to 2 and then y equal to 2, then you can give your comments here. You can define what program and what type of activities you are doing in Python, what type of function is doing, so that you can give any comments here. Okay, actually this line is ignored by Python. This is for user convenience only. You can add anything. So adding two numbers. So as soon as you read this comment, okay, you should be able to understand so what this program does. Okay, so here I am adding two variables. So this program is for adding two variables. So if you are going for a big big software developing and all, so they will always use commands. So what this piece of code does, what this program does, so this also is good practice actually. So this will be useful for others, so whoever want to read your code, so they can easily get to know about the code by reading the commands. Okay, this command is actually ignored by your Python program. Okay, Python interpreter. So whatever the string comes after, or a number, anything comes after hash, gets ignored by Python. Okay, so this is for you to practice. You should write a program to get the 1 day salary amount from the user and then calculate the total salary for 30 days. Say for example, enter 1 day salary. The 1 day salary is 1000 rupees. So it will multiply it by 30 and then total salary will be 30,000. Okay. So if you learn one concept, try to practice it immediately. Okay. As soon as you learn, just practice immediately. So practice is very important in learning the programming language. Not only Python, for any language you should practice. After you learn, if you're listening any tutorial or reading any tutorial, So once you learn something, so just practice it immediately, so that you will get more confidence. Okay, and also you don't forget easily, so just practice once you learn. Okay, so our next episode is conditional statement. Thank you for watching.